But today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're taking out my boat, my 31-foot Chris, and we'll be going out fishing locally. And fishing with me today is Stevie, he deckhands for me, a friend of mine, and Ron, one of my Youth Foundation board members. He's gonna be out fishing with me today. We're gonna start off looking for maybe some sculpin and rockfish, and then later in the episode, go along the breakwater, look for some bass, cabezon. You never know what to expect. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish. That's a nice vermilion right there. Yeah, this is what fishing's like. I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life. Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way. Docked over at the bait receiver, and everybody knows this is Nacho's bait receiver, but it's not really Nacho's. He kind of runs it. He's not here today, so Mario's working today. And we're gonna pick up some live squid, and we're gonna pick up some anchovies. Not quite sure what the fish are gonna chew on. I have a good idea that we're gonna be using the live squid most of the day, but it's nice to have that fin bait just for chumming. So you pull up here to the bait receiver, you can buy your bait. It's a big hassle to go out to Catalina or some of the other spots, use the light, stay up all night and try to catch a squid. It's a lot easier, come here, pay $50, $60. Yeah, right here. Yeah, nice. One more. And we're just gonna get the live squid right here, and then we have 2 bait tanks on this boat. So on the other one, we're gonna put the anchovies. We don't wanna put the anchovies with the squid. The squid will eat them all, just chew them up. And this is what we're getting right here. This is nice quality squid, all good live squid, little mackerels mixed in too. Put that in the bait well. And this is what we'll be fishing with mainly today. Hopefully we'll start drifting over some hard bottom and some rocks so we can pick away at some rockfish and some sculpin. But if we keep getting more of these sand dabs, we'll just start the boat up and we'll make a short move. But we're right in the area, we're just off it just a tiny bit. I'm gonna see if the boat's gonna drift over it, or chances are I'll have to reposition the boat. But these sand dabs are, they're a nice little treat if you like to eat them. They're really good eating. Here come a couple more right here. Here comes one on a bucktail. Okay. Turn it off, good lines. All right, here's a little bit bigger sand dab. This would be a good eating fish. Had these at a restaurant the other day, and it was like $15 for 3 of these. All right, we got another one going behind us here. Ron's got one.
It's a nice size one. Two of them, one on chovy, one on a bucktail with squid.
They don't seem to care. It's pretty thick down there.
Yeah.
See what this is here. Pretty sure it's another sand dab. Yeah, no, it's pretty instant. You just drop it down the bottom. There you go, look at that rod tip bouncing. Here it comes. Oh, Sculpin. Here we go, we're in the spot. Here we go, now a little short. Got to be 10 inches. So we're drifting over some rocks now. This is what we want to catch. So I guess I'm not going to move the boat real quick. This is the right species, just a little small. All right, let's see if there's more sculpin here. See if he's on.
Yep. It's the bite.
Hopefully it's a sculpin. Finally drifting over the rocks, getting out of the mud.
Nope.
Nope.
Another one came off. There's sand dab.
All right, if you don't want them, keep them. I'll take them.
I'll throw them in there.
All right. So I have the only Sculpin so far. A little short, but it's a Sculpin. Ron's got more sand dads. What's it feel like, Ron? Same thing?
It seems like it goes two and then it's four.
No, it's a Sculpin. Yeah, combo. That one might be legal.
There you go, Ron.
There you go.
Coming over the spot, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting over the structure. I knew I could find it. You gotta be careful with these. They all got all these spots on them, have venom in them. And we gotta measure this guy. There's a scale right over there. A measuring board. This has to be 10 inches.
Yep.
Good.
What are we throwing in?
There, the squiddlies.
First keeper Sculpin of the day.
All right, one more sand dab. All right, I'm gonna make a little move. Let's take a little break from the action here aboard my boat while we're sand dab fishing and Sculpin fishing. Let's go to the tackle box and give you a good look at the gear we're using. And then after that, we'll be in a new spot trying to get some more Sculpin. This week in the tackle box, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today. We're small boat fishing, and what we're doing is fishing over by the breakwater, looking for a variety of different fish. Usually it's sand bass, calico bass, cabezon. Once in a while we get halibut in here too, and you never know, you could see white sea bass. And because of that, I like to use a bucktail. And this is a B52 bucktail. The way I like to work it is cast it out along the rocks and then bounce it off the rocks back to me. If I see fish up a little bit higher, I'll actually swim it. And with this B52 bucktail, you can catch fish just on it like this, but I really recommend you put a strip of squid or a plastic bait on there. When we have live squid available like we do today, I use a whole squid on there. And what that does is, using the bucktail, I know exactly where my bait is. I can let it feel it, hit the bottom, then wind it up a few cranks and work my bait. If I'm just using a sliding sinker with a hook on there, my sinker's on the bottom, but I have no idea where my bait is hanging out or where it's swimming. When I'm using a bucktail, I have direct connection to the lead head, to the bucktail, and I know where my bait is at all times. These are real versatile baits, come in lots of different sizes. As I'm closer to the rocks and the fish are close to that structure, I like to use a light one so it takes a long time to fall down along the edge of the kelp to the bottom. But if I'm out in deeper water, just fishing the bass, especially with live squid, I like to go with a color like this, a white and red, or just an all white. Both work really good. And as far as rods and reels, you can use spinning rods if you're not comfortable with bait casters, but something small like this works out really good. Light action. You can get away fishing 10, 15 pound tests, but in today's action, we're getting a little bit nicer fish. So I'm fishing 20 pound in some of the spots today. This is the basic gear. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
Nice, Dan.
I don't know what I hooked, but it's taking line. And I am not stopping it.
You got the right gear for it.
Yeah, it's taking line, it's running.
Is that on the big squid?
Yeah, whole squid.
Will it be raised out here?
It could be a yellow. Here, Stevie, move this rod. Let me get around it. Yeah, I don't know what I got on here. It made a nice run. And luckily, I caught it on the heavy gear. This is my 40-pound outfit, what I like to use for tuna fishing. So I'm just gonna take a nice, easy little crank on two and try to lift up. Let's see what I got. It's coming up. I have no idea what it is. Let's see what it is. It's one of the fun things about ocean fishing. You never know what you're gonna catch. don't know what can make her run like that. There it goes. Oh, broke my line. Just ran again, took the line, broke it. I don't know, it might have been a marlin, who knows? Just had a whole live squid down there at the bottom. Ran up toward the surface. Who knows what that was? I don't know, it was coming up like it was gonna jump like a marlin does, and it busted me off. I had that hook on there with 40-pound test and just ate right through it. Maybe a shark, who knows? They say you always come back for the fish you don't catch. I don't see that fish anywhere around here, so. All right, and then drop it back down, see if we get another one of those monsters. Monsters of the deep gets away. And we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Mike Schott. I'm the director of the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium. Scorpion fish, or sculpin, are another animal you find locally. They eat squid, they eat small crustaceans, they eat small fish like anchovies. These are poisonous fish in that they have poison in the spines on their back and the spines on the side of their head. If you were to reach down to take your hook out, if you were lucky enough to catch one of these good-eating fish, then you might get a spine in your hand, and if the poison gets inside, it will actually cause your hand to swell up and you'll get very sick. That's why when people catch these on boats, because they are found in deeper water, the crew many times will come over with gloves and take them off the hook for you.
Got a bit on a dropper lip rig, fishing straight up and down. Hopefully it's a bass. Let's see what it is. We're right over the rock. We just moved the boat a little bit. What do we got here? Looks like a little bass. Yeah, it's a sand bass. Here comes my bass. Ate a whole squid. Looks like a legal sand bass. Nice fish. Now I need 4 more of these to get my limit. All right, let's take a little break from the action. We're gonna go to the galley. I'm gonna show you how to cook up one of these fish we're catching. And after the galley, when we return, we'll be over at the breakwater there, looking for more sand bass, calicos, maybe even a cabezon or 2. So let's take a little break and go to the galley. This week in the galley, we're back aboard my boat, the Mi Sueño 3, and standing next to me is Keith Allman, celebrity chef, been kind enough to come back down with us again and do some recipes for us. And Keith, thanks for coming out and joining us today.
Nice to be here.
It's beautiful weather out here in Long Beach.
I know, I forgot my suntan lotion though.
That's nice. So what do you have in store for us today?
Well, today we're going to cook rockfish in a bamboo steamer. I already have the water in the bottom of this wok. It's important we use a wok so that it connects well with the bamboo steamer and it goes up through the steamer. Water's nice and hot. The first thing we want to do is you want to oil the surface that we're going to put the fish on. So get that nice and oiled.
I know you do that with bamboo.
Yeah, no problem. Just put it in the dishwasher. When you're done, it all comes clean. We're going to season the rockfish with a little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit of lemon.
Okay,
The great thing about this dish, very light. There's no added oil. Just what we put on the surface to lubricate it.
Help keep it from sticking. And this is rockfish that we caught locally here.
A little more salt and pepper. A little more lemon. All right. We're going to put that cover. Next thing we're going to do is add our bok choy. That goes on the top.
Oh, so this is the multi-level steamer.
That's correct. And this, we don't have to put
Any oil?
any oil. This isn't going to stick too much.
And at this point, we just let it sit now for 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes and then we'll check it. So in the meantime, let's make a sauce that we can put on top when it's done. It's very simple, very light. Tablespoon of rice vinegar, tablespoon of soy sauce, and the rest of this lemon. Okay, it's been another 2 minutes. Let's check it now.
Oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, it does look good. Yeah, it's ready. You want to hold that, Dan?
Sure, I'll hold this.
Okay, thank you. Whew. I'll show you the proper way to plate bok choy is to fold the leaves underneath.
of fold it underneath, huh?
Doesn't that look nice?
Yeah, looks good. Now we put your sauce on it?
Yeah, let's put some of the sauce on it. Pour it right from the bowl.
Looks good. Oh, I gotta try this rockfish that I caught, you cooked. That is delicious.
Nice and tender, huh?
Nice and tender. And I like the way you can tell how fish is cooked, how it just starts to flake apart there. And this is delicious. Nice, beautiful pieces like that. It's really good. Thanks, Keith. This is an easy dish. You can do it at home, do it on a boat like this. Easy to do, great simple dish. We're catching a lot of rockfish with the water being colder the last couple of years. Good recipe to do. Well, thanks again.
You're welcome, thank you.
Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. There we go. Come on, get out of there. Did you get him? I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Unlike CV, I landed my fish. There he is, a little perch. Another species for today. Just a whole variety of fish. Little perch right there. No, I'm gonna throw him out so he lives. This is a little perch I just caught. He's legal to keep, but we're gonna go ahead and let this guy live. Here we go. There he goes. That's how you release a fish with pelicans all around you.
Something on finally. Nice on a mackerel.
Sculpin. I went to the wrong place for a sculpin.
This guy is definitely legal.
Yeah, nice sculpin.
Nice red sculpin on the red hook.
Is that squid or anchovy?
And mackerel.
Mackerel?
Yeah. Cool. And a mackerel. All right, measure him and throw him in the bag.
That one's legal.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep him.
Did you know that the California scorpion fish is also known by name as sculpin, rattlesnake, bullhead, or all of the above? That's right, all of the above. Stevie, I'm getting bit. There we go. On a whole squid, Stevie.
Good job right there, Dad.
See what I got. I was just getting ready to make a move, go farther down the rocks, but I guess not. Let's see what I got. I don't think it's very big. There he is, there's color. Sand bass. There we go. Sand bass swallowed that, chewed up that bucktail with a strip of squid on there. I got somebody's line. I think it's Stevie's. Another sand bass. Just using a bucktail with the whole squid. And try not to get right on top of the rocks, casting a little side a little bit, let it flutter down. Got that fish. All right, go ahead and let this one go.
Finally got a fish on, and it's a little rockfish.
That looks like the one I caught earlier.
We go to the rockfish spots, don't catch rockfish. We go to the break wall, we catch rockfish. That's the way to do it right there.
That's not as big as the rockfish we caught the other day, though.
No.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
There, I got a fish going here. He's ran in the rocks. Let's see if I can get him out of here. Had him going for a second. My fish went back in the rocks. It's one of the dilemmas of this type of fishing. We have a tough bite, so we're downsizing our tackle, fishing with 12-pound test spinning lines out here with strips of bait. Either have a strip of squid on, and Ron caught a bunch of fish on that. Right now I just casted out a live anchovy and it got bit. But because the line's so light, these fish are going in the rocks and you really don't have a chance to force them out. So if they get in the rocks like this one is, oh no, I got him. I got him out. I was gonna say, you get them, they get in that rock, you can't get them out, but I got lucky. I forced this guy out. See what I got here. 12-pound test line, little spinning rod. Here it comes. What is it? Cabezon. It's a cabezon. The pelicans are fighting me for. There's the cabezon. It's a cabezon I just caught. And got this one on anchovy. And I just had to work him out of the rocks. That was a tough fish to bring up. All right, well, we're gonna take a little break from the action. And when we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. For this week's tip of the week, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened over at the breakwater today for us. Fish got a little touchy, a little picky. So even though we had great bait, we had great live squid, great anchovies, we just couldn't get the fish to bite the whole bait. So we ended up fishing a lot with was cut bait, using cut squid, just little pieces of squid like this, pinned onto a small hook, light sinker, and 12-pound test line. That's how Ron and I caught most of our fish today. That's this week's tip of the week. You get a touchy bite, downsize your tackle, and also downsize your bait. I want to thank Stevie and Ron for joining me today. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Ron. We had a lot of fun fishing out here today. It wasn't wide open fishing, but it was still fun. We caught lots of fish. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.